In 2016, we had a lot of wrestlers that I could have rooted for, but I just couldn't find one I could actually say that yes, I'm rooting for this guy. I just wasn't feeling it. Like I don't know. Like in 2016, I didn't have a favorite wrestler currently on the roster that I could say, hey, this guy is a guy that's really captured my eye, and he, when I look at a professional wrestler or a sports star or whatever it is, I always have to say that if you catch my attention, you've done a good job. Because in my opinion, if it's your mic work or whatever it is, you've done a good job of selling yourself to make me root for you most of the year. And as we close out 2016 and we go into 2017, I look at the WWE's roster and I'm thinking, what WWE wrestler really can I root for? And there's a lot of options, so I'm going to throw out a couple people and I'm going to tell you why I should root for them. So I come up with The Miz. So the first one is The Miz. So with The Miz, since the brand split, I've loved The Miz's character. Like, The Miz to me has really come into his own. Like on Raw, he was like lost in the shuffle, but after the brand split, and this recent feud with Dolph Ziggler, I just reinvented The Miz. I just love his mic work. I've always loved The Miz's mic work. I've always loved his heel work. I just think since he's been on SmackDown, he's just been really great at cutting promos and really just being himself as a cocky heel. Like, I'm glad that the WWE are finally doing something with The Miz. And yeah, so that could be one guy I could root for. Number 2 is Shinsuke Nakamura. Now here's a guy who doesn't even need me to talk about exactly. He is like the Michael Jackson of professional wrestling. The guy has charisma. Just how he lights up a room is just awesome. Just his entrance is awesome. He's probably one of the most over guys on NXT right now, just behind Bobby Roode. Like, him and Bobby Roode are like 2 over guys on NXT right now. In my opinion, he's just like the Michael Jackson Pro Wrestling. I cannot say nothing else about it. He's just awesome. So I could root it for Shinsuke. Or it could be Bobby Roode. And in my opinion, here's Bobby Roode that came from, he was like 39, coming from from TNA to WWE, and then he had this glorious character. I didn't think where this glorious character was going to go, but it's catched on me. This glorious gimmick has actually catched on me. I actually like how they booked Bobby Roode as, has this kind of like this glorious gimmick. I really like how he's just there. And that glorious catchphrase has actually got him over hugely. And that's credit to Bobby Roode and NXT right there. And the 5th guy I'm going to say is Braun Strowman. Now, here's a guy that wasn't a fan of Braun Strowman when he was in the White Family. I thought, man, this dude isn't good in the White Family. He's sloppy, he isn't good in the ring. But since the brand split, like The Miz, he's really come into his own. And he's like really shown me that he can be a big star in the WWE. I mean, they're doing something good with Braun Strowman that they didn't do with Roman Reigns. They're protecting him. They're letting him cut promos, but they're not letting him cut long promos. And they're keeping it short and sweet. So they're letting him go out there and being a fucking badass. They're not letting him do any interviews really. And they're just letting him there to just fucking kick everybody's ass. Look at Roadblock last night. We had Sami Zayn versus Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman was decimating Sami Zayn. He has done the last couple weeks. And you've got Mick Foley there, a WWE Hall of Famer, putting over a Braun Strowman, saying how dangerous he is. I mean, if that's not good, then that's pretty cool right there. If you gain credit there from a Hall of Famer. I mean, that's how good Braun Strowman is kind of growing on me as a character. So maybe in 2017 I can grow on a Braun Strowman. So, but yeah, I think the one guy I think I'm gonna root for in 2017 is gonna be I'm gonna say Shinsuke Nakamura. He's a guy who's like he's like the Michael Jackson of pro wrestling. He's just awesome. His charisma's there and stuff like that. So my guy I'm rooting for 2017 is Shinsuke Nakamura. What wrestler are you guys rooting for in 2017, guys? Leave your thoughts down below. And thanks for watching, guys. Chat you later.